Come on now, we're back. Will and Mark, part two, creating opportunities in the dating sector. Mark. Boy, this is a subject for the ages. 2022. I remember when I was in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
This is back in 2000.
Right.
And that's when they really came out with like MySpace and different platforms.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
that. Tom, what's up, Tom?
Oh shit. Yeah.
You know, like, but see, me, it was like I was kind of reluctant to deal with that because again, you never knew what you was getting. So when you start talking about creating the perfect opportunity, because again, we as men, we don't want to be alone. You really want that special someone to build with, to chill with, to express all of your needs, your desires. When you're feeling down, someone to be emotionally available and accessible to.
Right.
And again, you're really gambling when you look at these online apps because you really don't know what you're getting. Like you could go meet these people and have conversation with them, but again, people are so great, and women are the best. They're great at concealing their true feelings.
Yeah.
They're great at not giving you access, because it's like with them, they're looking for certain things, and before they truly open up, they got to see and they're not going to deviate from that.
Right.
Now, the one thing about us, we'll say, okay, this is what we're looking for, but then you meet someone with, a nice rack and nice butt, and it's like, okay, well, I deviate a little bit because she meets some other criteria in the moment.
Right.
But you're not thinking long term, like you stated earlier, when all that starts to dissipate,
Right.
when all that starts to be eliminated because of gravity and because of time, like what else does this person bring to the table
Right.
that would be worth the opportunity? You're talking about creating an opportunity, like that would be worth the opportunity for you to invest your time and energy into them to see if that'll be a good fit,
Right.
if it'd be a perfect match. Because like when I sit back today and I talk to people and I listen, like I remember when we was growing up, like we were concerned about what's your favorite flower, what's your favorite color. Like none of that even comes up anymore. Like it's
Right.
totally irrelevant.
Right.
So when you're talking about creating a perfect opportunity and dating, or looking for the perfect opportunity, like realistically, it's like so many people are strategically positioning themselves. They're looking for the perfect opportunity too, and unfortunately, in a lot of cases, it revolves around what's in your pocket.
Right. No, I 100% agree. Right. The way things look now. I guess that kind of goes back to like this, right? If you have, and I'm just gonna say women because that's our experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a woman, and let's just say, what's in your pocket, right? Like, so two cars roll up, right? You got one in a Lambo, and one just in a regular car, right? And you could have like the best looking dude in the regular car, but what's going to get the attention first,
The Lambo,
right?
absolutely.
Right. And that's going to open that opportunity. I mean, and that dude could not even, if he doesn't look good or anything like that. And it's the opposite then, right? You're giving opportunity to someone else then at that point in time, right? To either, like you said, be part of their life, to get what they want out of you, things like that, right?
Right.
So, I mean, obviously it goes in both directions, right? The other person is going to take, advantage of the person that has that potential. I mean, potentially, right?
Right.
But I think that creating opportunity, right, is, I mean, it just leaves things open, right? Like, especially how to do it now, right? I think that people definitely like try to show out or strut, right? Like, if they have stuff to like give them opportunity, right? And I get it. It makes sense on why to do that, right? Because it's like that person that has like the best looking clothes or the best looking car, right? Or if it is a Lambo, right? Like I get that that's going to open that door, right? But they're just seeing the materialistic stuff in that person, right?
Absolutely.
That person could be like an abuser, right? They don't even know that, right?
Physically
that's
and
what's,
mentally.
Yeah, right. And that's what's sad, right? And I'm not saying like a lot of people that have reached those points, right, are like that, right? What I am saying is that's the first one that gets the attention,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
What's the shiny object in the room, right? Okay, this person's got some Louis Vuitton stuff, right? This person's got this stuff, right? I feel like that's what women would gravitate to. I mean, I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, what do you think?
Like social media has glorified and amplified all of this stuff. Like when you look at the different platforms on social media, like you don't see people actively saying, well, you meet someone and you'll go on some dates, you get married, have kids, the house, the picket fence, and just build together. Now it's all about flare and glare. It's all about what type of car that person is driving. You know, what type, like you said earlier, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, who has the best designer purses, watches, car, like that's what it's all about. And that's why so many people are on social media for the most part, or through these apps. And you see, when I see like my red flags, I would always see a person that would always say that this is what they're looking for, but then you read the content, it doesn't match up.
It doesn't match up, right?
No, it doesn't. Like realistically,
that's right.
you're looking for a life partner. No, you're looking for a life wallet.
Yeah.
You're looking for someone to alleviate the financial stress and financial burden that you're going through. Like you're more concerned about that Lambo or that Ferrari, but you're not concerned about the person that's driving it.
Right.
So ultimately, when I see that, it's comical to me because it's like they're showing you who they really are. It's all about if you're paying attention.
Right.
Because again, if you bring the wrong person into your camp, into your house, into your livelihood, you're going to be impacted and affected because that person, once all of the glamour and the glitz goes away, that person is going to pursue someone else that can meet those parameters.
Needs, yeah.
So that's why I say you got to get somebody that wants you for you, not want you for what you have, not want you because if a person will deal with you if you're driving a Pinto, well, that's someone that you already know that's going to be deep in the foxhole with you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, you know, I kind of almost have more respect for the women that actually put it out there that way, right? Like,
Absolutely.
If they say, like, hey, you know what? I just want to be taken care of, right? I kind of respect that more because it's like, hey, you know what? This individual's looking for this, great. Like, and some dudes will be okay with that, right? Some guys will be fine with it, and that's great, right? It's just that I feel like they're being upfront and honest with you versus, like, hiding the true intent, right? And that comes down to, again, the shiny object in the room, right? You know, let's kind of talk about an example, right? Like, if you're in the club, right, and you see a bunch of people just throwing around money, right, and then you see like another group maybe just kind of conservative, right? But guess what? Nowadays, that doesn't mean anything. Like, those conservative people could have a shit ton of money, right? Like, and that's true, right? That's fact, right? But the thing is, you're seeing someone that's just blowing their money, right?
Right.
And that's what people then will gravitate to, right? So
hands down, unequivocally.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, as far as creating opportunity, right? It's just it just there's so many ways to do this. I think that it just, you know, obviously being yourself, right? Everybody, I know that sounds so cliche, right? But it's like that's the truth, right? It's just be who you are, right? Because if you're putting up that front, and then that time comes when you have fallen off that horse, right? Because it's gonna happen to everybody, right? That's the person that won't stick with you then, right? If they found you that way, they're not going to stay with you through the thick and thin that you need.
Absolutely.
And not going to grow with you, right? And you won't be that powerhouse, right?
Correct.
So you'll lose that, like with a quickness, it'll be gone, right? Because
Right.
they'll find somebody else to go get those shiny objects from, right?
Correct. Once you can't fulfill their desires and the things that they're looking to from a monetary, and unfortunately, I hate to say it, but a lot of people, they reveal their true selves early on. It's just if you pay attention or not.
Right.
You know, if it's about money, they're going to reveal it. If it's about material things, they're going to reveal it. All you have to do is just listen. In the delivery, listening to, you know, basically everything that they're coming on. If it's rarely about you, but it's everything else that you're providing, money, material things,
right.
Like that should give you all the information you need to know that this person really long term isn't committed to you. The minute everything is gone, guess what? So will they?
Yeah. They won't stick around.
They won't. So once you understand that, then you can make better selections in what you're looking for as far as a real life partner that's genuine concern about you. Man, look, I'm telling you, these topics are hot, and the more and more we put energy into them, you know, it really feels good to be able to identify, and hopefully we're helping people out that are going through some of the same similar things, or just really want guidance and advice on how to navigate in today's dating world.
Right. I mean, and this touches back on the red flags thing. Like, in my own situation, right? I thought I saw this individual a certain way, right? But a couple years down the road, right? And when I say a couple years, I say 5-7 years, right down the road, I learned that this individual was just after money the whole time, and that was weird, right? I turned it into like kind of what we talked about, a power couple, right? Built a business and all kinds of stuff, like, you know, around that, right? And And then I realized, like, when the person got, like, I helped this person elevate, right? Because I made this person better. I feel like that's kind of when the person was like, hey, you know what? I got kind of what I needed from you. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I, I thought I was really aware of seeing red flags, but, clearly I'm not. And I need to kind of relearn lots of things too. So, but, that whole thing, I just say, hey, you know what? It was experience. I learned, you know what I mean? I learned my lesson. And not saying that I'm going to take it out on anybody else, right? I'm just going to, like, be more aware of what I need to look for in someone, right, in the future. I'm not saying anything negative about the individual, right? But it's just key things that I should have keyed on, like, over the couple of years, and I just didn't see them.
Right.
And the shit that happened, man, it was just shit hit me out the blue. I'm like, whoa! I just started realizing what was going on, right? And obviously that's a different topic that we can cover some other time, like
Right.
where I found out she was cheating. But I'll tell you more about that later.
Ooh,
So
let's go. Well, look, I
yeah.
hope everyone's enjoying the segment. We're getting ready to buy out and prepare for the next one. So, look, tune in. We're gonna be giving you great content on dating, how to date, what to look for, and really not just don't sell yourself short. Like
Definitely.
at the end of the day, you only get one life, so make sure you make it count. I
That's
hope
right.
everyone enjoyed the segment. God bless.
Take care.